So for us, the significance of this lies in the fact that we are trying to create something original conversation about studying the Indian Ocean. Of course, we can say in its own terms, because it is connected, and the oceans connect, as one of our colleagues, Gaurav Desai, said. But to try to give it the attention it deserves from different stakeholders, including people coming from the same societies, conversations with them, the fact that we have a season that is going to involve conversations and events taking place in these locations, Zanzibar, Mauritius, or elsewhere, is also an opportunity of engaging with questions of inclusion, of taking into account important voices of people who studied and talked about their own islands, and so to take them in serious consideration. It is very important because it gives us really the platform and the resources needed to make a big difference in the Indian Ocean studies, which is just until recently started to pick up momentum. But of course, and my friends here can agree with me that it has only started to pick momentum recently as compared to the Atlantic and different socio-cultural, political, and economic dynamics in the Atlantic world. A wide representation of people is talking about very different issues that touch on the core of an idea that dominated our own thinking about our Indian Ocean group at Georgetown and our connection and work with Jeremy and other colleagues about circularity. We talked about circularity. That means of objects, of ideas, of people. And so to reimagine mobility, I take into serious consideration what had emerged in our discussion about expanding, tweaking, considering alternative terminologies. But yet, we stand by the idea of mobility because there are constraints within what we seem to think as very mobile populations. And so there are constraints within these different forms of agency and movement. Therefore, the metaphor is very important to animate a certain discussion, spawn debates that may not, to the best of my knowledge, have been really exhausted.